It's a shame that the Astros weren't able to win yesterday. They fell 2-1 to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, so they get the gentleman's 4-game sweep, losing in that last one. But that was a really satisfying series that the Astros put together against LA. We talked about it on Friday when we were out at T-Box, Texas. Very thankful for them. I had a blast after the show there. I was there till like 3. Shots. Ronel Blanco looked great on Thursday, all things considered. They win that game. Friday, man, we were excited for Friday's game. It was Framber Valdez against Shohei Ohtani. 2 times this year, the two have matched up. Framber's won each time. Shohei has only 2 losses. Both of them are against the Astros. He goes 7 innings. He gets 7 strikeouts. Yordan Alvarez absolutely blasted a home run off of Ohtani. Ohtani and Trout in that game, 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts. They weirdly stink when they play the Astros at Minute Maid. Saturday was a weird game. They get 12 hits. They were up 7-1 at one point. An error led to an Alex Bregman grand slam. He was 1 for 1 with a grand slam and 4 walks. Ryan Stanek tried to give the game away, but the Astros got a little bit of insurance at the end. And then yesterday, you had an incredible home run by Yanier Diaz, in addition to a double. You had another 2 hits from Alex Bregman. You just didn't get enough offense in a game where Jose Altuve was scratched once again. So you take 3 of 4 over the weekend, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, we take a look at the American League West standings. The Rangers are playing the Mariners. The Mariners gave the Astros a hassle last year in the playoffs. Surely the Astros will have made up a little bit of ground in the American League West, and they are actually a full game further back than they were going into the weekend. Thanks for abso-bleeping-lutely nothing, Seattle Mariners. And some people had voted for me to wear my half and half shirt this weekend. On Twitter, people wanted me to wear it. On Instagram, people wanted me to wear it. And you know what I did? I didn't wear it because my ex got fat. Lose my number or lose 20 pounds, Seattle Mariners. You're out. Deleted your number, blocked, you gone. Ugh. What a worthless performance by that team. And, I mean, I respected them last year. So instead of focusing on the Rangers, I want to direct my ire at that Seattle team. What a lifeless performance. They got outscored 30-9 over the weekend. And we will talk about how seriously we take the Texas Rangers over the course of the show. But I'm pissed at that absolute no-show by Seattle because that was a damn good series for the Astros this weekend, and they got nothing to show for it because Seattle just pooped their pants. What's going on, people? It's the Paul Gallant Show on a Monday, June 5th of 2023. Most interactive sports talk show in Houston. 713-780-3776 to call, to text into on the HRNP listener line. You can also join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/ESPN 97.5. Poor Marine says, yeah, the Mariners are dead. They died last year in the playoffs. And we have another comment from Poor Marine saying the Rangers are still scoring. The Rangers are scoring a lot of runs. I mean, there's 16 runs, I think, on Saturday, and it was 12 runs yesterday. You can also join us on Twitter at Gallant Says, at ESPN 97.5, at Sean A. Mapes behind the glass. Sean, good morning. The Mariners are absolutely worthless.
Yeah, what happened? Like, what happened to the Mariners?
I don't know.
Why do they suck again?
They're really bad. I mean, that was a no-show. And some people in Seattle are already essentially like going France, where they want to chop off the head of the owner, John Stanton, because they feel like he didn't do enough this offseason. And it's funny because there's some bobos at the Mariners flagship station, some who may or may not have replaced me, that have been like carrying water for this team and saying that this is going to be the best team in Mariners franchise history, Sean. And we're talking about a team that had 116 wins once. Like, that's a major league record.
Maybe he means, like, make the ALCS. Maybe that's what he means. Maybe he means postseason success. Because, yeah, this team will be the greatest team in MLB regular season history. That seems aggressive. I mean, you thought that, if anything, coming into the season, that the Mariners would be the ones that the Astros, if not are chasing, or at least tussling with.
Right.
And, no. It's the Texas Rangers, and the Mariners aren't even close to the Texas Rangers because, like you said, they lost by 10, and then 9 runs
It's
the
insane.
last 2 games.
16-6 and 12-3, and they didn't score at all on Friday. They lost 2-0. At least that game was close. But my God, you bums, just absolute bums. And you know me, I follow the strong. And honey, you not only put on 20 pounds, you got some sort of sore on you right now and look gross. And you know what I'm talking about. Don't be kissing that. Ew. Oh, but it's not that kind. It's the kind that just gets on your lips, say the Mariners right now. Whatever, you ugly. Lose my number. Thought to myself, it might be good to bring back Mariners Watch. Remember, the Mariners Watch guy killed himself last year because he was so ashamed about the Mariners losing to these darn cheating Astros 3-0. But we got another episode of Mariners Watch for you right now. Mariners Watch.
They had a few things go their way today. We did not. It'll probably flip when we go to Seattle. I do know how hard it is to win on the road, and it'll be very hard for them to win in Seattle.
2023. 3-2 pitch. In the air, deep left center field, hit well. Rodriguez on the run, and it is gone! Oh, Jeremy Pena sends one to the seats, and the Astros lead 1-0 in the 18th inning.
June 5th. Seattle is eating itself. No, seriously, a homeless person ate my wife yesterday, cannibal style. I tried to stop it by passive-aggressively telling it that it's okay to be itself, but that it should seek counseling and lay off the fentanyl. Then the cannibal ate my child. And you might think that's an indictment on our beautiful, expensive city, but sorry, you just don't get it. You're not about the tough Seattle life. But this morning I'm mad. Not about my dead wife and dead child who were again eaten by cannibals. Because at least my eaten alive wife and eaten alive child put more effort into fighting to stay alive than the Mariners put into this weekend. The Rangers outscored us 30-9 over the last few days. And even though a water carrier at the Mariners flagship told us that this is the greatest Mariners team ever going into the year, we're now 29-30, 9.5 games back of Texas, 6 back of the Astros, whom we still want vengeance against. Maybe our cheap owner should have proven he isn't a poor this season. Alas. Get some of that Amazon money, you bitch. So there you go. Wow. Fans turning against the actual team. They were so excited about him last year. What happened?
I'm looking at the stats for this year for the Seattle Mariners. Their best hitter is Jared Kelenic, who I think we mentioned how he had a hot streak. I think in April or May that we highlight. The second best hitter is like Ty France, and he's like barely above average.
It's crazy. Julio's playing awful. Their star rookie of the year.
Julio has not been good.
I mean, the guy that was a bust for them, Jared Kelenic, has legitimately been carrying their offense.
He's the only like good hitter on their team.
Yeah.
Or a hitter who is playing well.
They're an absolute waste of space. The Mariners are this year. And, yeah, I ain't wearing that shirt again. If you wanted some confirmation, yeah, I'm a bit of a baseball slut, but I ain't wearing that thing again. 713-780-3776 to call in and to text in. 8315 on the Twitch, twitch.tv/ESPN975 says, great contract for Julio. Yeah, they paid him like $500 million. I mean, I guess they could get out of that contract if things continue this way. And people in Seattle are getting a little excited because I think there was a frisky performance that he had over the course of the last week. But yikes. We do have some comments, too, on the text line that have to do with the way that the Astros and Rangers series went down. This is from the 713. What the hell is Dusty doing not walking Ohtani with an open base or at least pitching around him like Alvarez has been? Take your chances with Trout. My God. It's funny. I mean, the way that the Rangers are playing, I feel like we actually will be paying attention to the day-to-day decisions of Dusty Baker now. I think you also could have argued that they should have put, get this, Jose Abreu back in the lineup yesterday to maybe give him a pinch hit spot because he's been hitting a little bit better. Who'd have thought we'd be saying that? Anyway, we got Tab calling back in. Tab is a Rangers fan, if I'm not mistaken, calling from Beaumont. Tab, what's going on?
Oh, I just wondered how you guys are feeling. Actually, you know, y'all bragging about how by the end of last month or the first of this month, y'all would be ahead of the Rangers, and now you're actually losing ground to them.
Yeah. Look, you're right, Tab. You're right. I remember you called in about a month ago. And I mean, look, we're still not taking you that seriously, right? Like maybe if we're talking privately, we're like, hey, look at the Rangers. But we're still looking at the Rangers and we're saying, like, yeah, but, make it happen this month, June.
I
Make it
do
happen
want to
next
say
month,
in all
July.
sincerity, I'm sorry Altuve got hurt again.
Doesn't sound like you're sorry, Tab. That doesn't sound like you're sorry. That sounded mean-spirited.
Well, no, I want him to be out there so we can beat y'all with him.
Okay. I like this. See, Tab is really starting to flex into this, and you flexed a month ago. To your credit, yep, the Rangers are still in first place. They still are. So I don't really have much for you. I could
Have you looked at the
go
run
back to the
score
well.
differential?
The run differential is insane. Yes, the run I mean, and again, you just added to it this weekend with what your team did against the Mariners, who stink. But the Mariners, I mean, you beat them 16-6. You beat them 12-3? Yeah, that's going to help it out. So, look, Tab, we appreciate you calling back in and being a good sport because we were rather mean. We did bring up, the David Freese over Nelson Cruz thing because that's what we're going to go to, and that's what a lot of, I would imagine, Astros fans are doing. But I'm a little bit more willing to look at you guys seriously than I was about a month ago, and appreciate you still listening. So that's Tab, everybody. 713-780-3776 to call in, to text in. Twitch.tv/ESPN975. Balinar02 says, Rangers are a good team, but all this talk means nothing until the postseason. Yes, but at the same time, we actually have a division race on our hands. We do. This is the first time in a while where it feels like Texas can keep this up, right? I know that they've had an easy schedule this year, but they've gone up against some good teams, and they've done pretty well against them. They took 2 or 3 from the Orioles not too long ago. I mean, the Orioles at one point had the second best record in the American League. I think they won a series with the Yankees, too. Again, they've had some cupcakes on that schedule, but you got to at least acknowledge them, right? They are good. Like, you can't deny it anymore. I want to deny it, and I know there's this idea, well, they got to do it in October. I agree. They have to do it in October. But me being wary of them does not mean I'm scared of them. It just means that I actually respect them this year. And some people here, it's like if you acknowledge them, you are admitting that you're scared of them. I don't know if anyone's scared of them, but the Astros, they're 3-18 this year, and they score less than 3 runs. That's a significant amount of losses when you've scored less than 3 runs. And, okay, maybe that's the expectation, but they have games where the offense doesn't come to the table, and the Rangers are outscoring everyone by ridiculous amounts. They won 16-6 over the Mariners on Saturday. They won 12-3 yesterday. They're scoring a ton, and they spent a lot of money this offseason, and it seems like the money's actually working out for a change. And again, who knows? Long season, all that stuff, and maybe we continue to publicly act like we don't care about the Ranger menace up the road in Oklahoma. But privately, I think it is fair to say that, yeah, they are here, and they seem like they will continue to be here for the foreseeable future. Doesn't mean that they can't have a massive collapse down the stretch. They love doing that. Remember the World Series? Yes, we all do. But I think they are worthy of a little bit of credit. And we'll see what happens at the end of June when the Astros and Rangers play one another. Along the way, the Rangers have another series against the New York Yankees. I think they play the Blue Jays. They will this weekend play the Tampa Bay Rays in St. Petersburg, Florida. So it's going to be hard for them to keep playing at this level. But are we really going to pretend like it's not happening? I don't know. That seems dumb. It's like what the British did during the build-up to World War II. It's their fault.
It's just the memory of last year with the Yankees, who at least have been like competitive before in previous seasons and have made long postseason runs and have, had sustained like high 90s, 100-win seasons, and they collapsed last year in June, July. And so to then look at this Rangers team and be like, but they're different than it's like, it's a long season. Like I cannot use up my worry points this early. Like
but it's not worry. It's just,
then what is it? Like they're good. I don't.
It's
like,
good
because
regular season.
But being 2.5 games up on June 5th 3.5 on June 5th means nothing to me. It means absolutely nothing to me.
Fair enough.
They play 100 more games this season. That's why. It's they like I can't do the we shouldn't overreact about X Astros player starting the season in a slump, and then also do the oh my God, the Rangers are the best team in baseball. It's like no, they're just.
But I'm not saying that. I'm not.
They're good. Is all you're saying. They're
well.
good.
They're playing well, and I don't think this is going to be one of those years where you could just go in cruise control. OG and H-Town said, "Yeah, we're on cruise control." Okay.
I still like. There's still a chance that the Astros just win the series, win the division by 10 games. Still.
Can I say something? Can I say something right now?
No.
Okay. Paul Gallant Show. ESPN 97.5, 92.5. Just kidding. Cruise control is for losers.
It's bad for gas mileage.
I think it's good for gas mileage, isn't it?
I thought it was bad
because it maintains the same mile per hour, and you're not randomly giving gas to accelerate, decelerate, etc.
But when you go up hills, it has to ramp up to go up the same speed.
Anyone who's a real driver in Texas who watches Fast and Furious knows that
they do a lot of cruise control in Fast and Furious. You're right.
No, they don't. They would never do that. Look, yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And guess what? You know what's great on a marathon when, say, you're driving from Houston to Dallas or something like that? You know what's great? To go 100 miles per hour as often as you possibly can and pass everybody on the highway. Is Paul a dangerous driver and promoting dangerous driving? Maybe. But look, yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Isn't it nice to make it, I don't know, the marathon 10 minutes quicker, 15 minutes quicker? Yes. Cruise control doesn't get you there. Cruise control is not going to get the Astros there this year. It's not. I get it. We can all be arrogant and all these things, but come on. I mean, tons of injuries right now. The rotation is not what it was last year as far as depth. This is not a cruise control kind of year. Last year was. Last year was fun. This year is going to be, I think, fun in its own way. There's actually competition nipping at your heels. I mean, they just beat the hell out of the Mariners team that was the closest to beating you in the playoffs last year. The Mariners were the closest. The Phillies weren't.
But that was last year.
I get
it. The Rangers last year were awful. Now we take them seriously. The Mariners last year were good. Now we don't take them seriously.
I will take the Rangers seriously for the way that they took out the Mariners this weekend. And again, Seattle's not playing well. There's a lot of reasons for that. But they kicked their ass. Like, it was just you guys suck now. Like, go back to your shanties, you
and
whores.
The Astros kicked the Angels' ass for 3 out of 4 of the games.
Right, exactly. We don't take the Angels seriously. That's what I mean. I feel like
but now the Angels are just as good as the Mariners this year.
They're like 1 game up or something like that.
The Angels are better than the Mariners
but
this
we
year.
never take the Angels seriously, right? We never take them. It's entirely because statistically, you can take a look at Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani and be like, yes, they're BS.
But there's plenty of Mays and Junes where the Angels get off to a hot start.
If they've happened, I have so much indifference towards the Angels that I don't even know.
But the Rangers, you don't have this indifference for?
Not right now. No, I don't. No.
But I'm saying if you take the uniforms off the Texas Rangers and you put them on, and it is instead the Angels that are making this run, you take them less seriously.
Oh, 100%.
It's just because of the uniforms that they're wearing, because they're the Texas Rangers. You're deciding to take them more seriously.
It's because they have been gone for so long. And
wouldn't that be an argument in the opposite way?
No, it's not, because it's a different cast of characters now. Like, they put a lot of money into the team this offseason, and they're playing a lot better. Where with the Angels are always underachieving with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani.
I feel like you're just fear-mongering.
I'm
That's
not
what you're
fear-mongering.
doing. No, you're trying to gear us up for a war. You're trying to create. You've even said the Rangers menace to the north. You're using language,
Coded language?
that is not unlike certain groups have used against other marginalized groups in world history. We'll say you've mentioned Neville Chamberlain before.
Segment. Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, it feels like you're trying to make this. You're trying to worry us. You're trying to rile us
Good.
up.
Guess what? Good. We need more of this in the regular season.
Nah.
I'm tired of the Astros having poor regular seasons. There's a part of me that actually wants this to be a dogfight. But guess what? It is a dogfight right now.
But you're also the same guy who says the season doesn't start until the ALCS.
Yes, but this year I'm only saying that publicly. Privately, amongst friends, we're concerned about the Rangers. But publicly, we're not. That's how this operates. This is not a show that This is essentially a whispered conversation, the Paul Gallant Show, right? Like, I'm very quiet. Everyone knows this.
It's that meme of a guy whispering in the ear of a disinterested girl. That's what this show is.
I hate you.